competing all time, and we are all set to tip in Boulder. It's going to belong to the visitors in USC as Caleb Padilla brings it up for the Trojans. The ball early to Juju Watkins, and she'll work her magic. Jaylyn Sherrod playing tight defense. She grabs just that inch of space you talked about, Coach, and there she is with two.
Yeah, Juju, I mean, I didn't know if they were going to trap off the ball screens. SC's going to do a lot of ball screen offense. That was just Sherrod getting through.
The Buffs turn to answer. And Sherrod will stop and pop off a pass, but
she's got a killer jumper herself. So
absolutely. Someone else shooting for the Trojans as Mackenzie Forbes gets involved, but transition, Buffs will slow it down. Inside to Quay Miller, and she finds a nice little layup off the board.
Who does SC have to guard someone like her in the block? Well, now they have Waffo in.
Yeah. That's a big difference.
It is a big difference.
Yeah, Clarice Akunwafo checking in for the Trojans. Her presence just by height alone is felt. And another missed shot. Miller dribbles it to the top of the key inside to Quay Miller.
Running their chin action.
Double team and wide open. Quay Miller gets a look and a roll.
You can't leave her that wide open.
SC's points belong to Miller. Sherrod got picked up on defense and up and underneath.
A great finish using the rim to protect.
So right now it's the Quay Miller Juju Watkins show.
It is.
See if anyone else can snag a bucket. Frida for three. Foreman missing short. Charlotte Whitaker muscling down there with Akunwafo.
Not compounding that with a cheap foul. Good discipline there.
Actually, the refs today letting them play so far. 5:30 to go here in the first quarter. Juju Watkins with Charlotte Whitaker on her. She'll use the pick. They'll switch. And Kendall Wetta, who came off the bench, trying to contest the shot, but Tamia Sadler also in the game for the Buffs. And she'll stop and pop. Out of bounds. Third made three-pointer for Taylor Bigby. That's more than she had all last year. She had 22 in total. Watkins on Sadler. She finds space, and she makes it count.
Wetta came over and contested. She's just so hard to guard.
6 points for Watkins. Ball tripped up, and there's going to be a foul as Akunwafo push Whitaker. So Akunwafo picks up her first. For the Trojans, they got the scoring going on early, up 9-4. Watkins doing the damage. Or losses.
I was about to interject there, exactly. I mean, they because there's so many teams that have such high nets, they're just going to help each other by playing each other.
Absolutely.
Even if they lose, to be honest.
Quay Miller out of the timeout, goes strong to the bucket. Davis passes it to Juju. One dribble, and she'll fire off a shot that's made.
I mean, that was good defense. It's just better offense.
Yeah, that was a good idea, but gets kicked around, and now the Buffs turn it over. Watkins all the way in, no good, and no whistle. Sadler picking it up, and here come the Buffs in transition. She'll dribble out, and Quay thought about that three. Maddie Nolan feeds inside to Whitaker, and Sadler, again, just drives, gets the scoop, and the crowd. Big time.
Juju is one of the best shot blockers in the conference, so.
Forbes fires three. Got it. Nothing but net. Just keep an eye on Miller and see if they're going to try and work her open again with Aaronette Vonleh back in the game. And the shot will go to Sherrod. Trojans looking over to get the call from their coach. Quay got a hand in there, and the ball ends up in Kendall Wetta's hand. You know it's going somewhere near the hoop. She gets the pass back from Sherrod. One more pass from Sherrod. But that's the important thing when you're talking about a team and why they've gotten to this position is you're calling out so many different names, and it's a different player each and every night. And that's not to take away from what USC does, because they have Juju Watkins. That's a once-in-a-lifetime player. And all their team has to buy into that. Speaking of, she was found. Padilla picking up other end. Jaylyn Sherrod with the moves. Can't get it to go. And the ball gets stripped from McLeod. Up to Watkins. She thought about stopping to pop. She slowed up Aaronette and just drives right past her. 30 seconds here in the quarter. McLeod hands off to Frida Foreman. Foreman at the baseline. She draws the foul.
You're not going to block her shot. Well, Vonleh maybe, but I mean, great hustle getting back. I will say that they've done a great job of not fouling Juju Watkins, and that's a huge key for this game.
Absolutely, just one personal foul for Colorado, and it was off ball.
It was on offense.
It was, yeah. Legal screen from Charlotte Whitaker. 4-point difference, and Watkins looks like she's going to have the last go, but they keep it alive. Padilla can't get it to fall off the glass. See, the team scored 32 points to her 26. I think you can do that for just about every game. She makes up almost 40% of their points, it feels like, and right there got a nice tip on the ball and causes a turnover.
You can't pass over the top with Juju Watkins.
Top of the key, she hands it off to Padilla.
Double screen.
Watching the movement, and Taylor Bigby continues to be hot from 3. She has 6.
Beautiful execution. Watkins drew 2 on the curl, and Bigby was wide open.
Aaronette cross-court pass to an open Quay Miller for 3. Nailed it. Stay hot, Quay Miller.
5 for 5.
Points.
5 for 5. Beat her.
Absolutely. What else did you notice in the first quarter there, Coach, when you look at CU and their defense and how they can get back in this?
Well, I mean, I thought what Utah did really well against Juju is they kind of just brought the house, kind of like that play right there. I mean, you just can't guard her one-on-one.
Got a big stop and can't convert on the other end. A short jumper from Sherrod and then a turnover. That'll help you. Sub coming in, and Roxanne McCullough. You see it often when teams travel in, play the mountain schools. They got to spread the minutes, right? You just played at altitude in Utah. You're over here in Boulder, doing the same thing. Was that kind of always your method when you were coaching?
You know, I think if you're in good shape, which I think these teams are, you know, you're going to dig deep and stuff. But yeah, you want to have depth.
Quay Miller passing it off. There it is.
They tried to double her. They knew she was hot. Beautiful find.
Aaronette Vonleh getting in the big beat to Graham Marshall. They're going to take one. I think it might have got contested and pick it up.
She's rebounding. She's actually one of their best defensive stoppers. Jones in their victory over UCLA last week.
Making 8 points now for Big. Will she attack or will she pass? Right, try to get right over. And Rhea Marshall does what she does. A nice block, 28 on the season now. Marshall set that USC blocks record last year with 98 of them. The ball got knocked away from her there on the inside post, up to Sherrod, and an easy layup.
Coaches, key, take care of the ball. Not because they don't usually, but because both these teams play such good, aggressive defense and deny passes.
11 points away from 1,300 now for Sherrod. Inside and in. The separation for USC. Again, they're up by 4.
Good spark off the bench by McCullough.
She brings such experience as a grad transfer from TCU. Also went to Purdue.
And more of a defensive stopper, so if she gives you some offense, that's really bonus.
Sherrod, wow, daring her inside to McCullough and nowhere near the rim. She's knocked on the floor, and the Buffs have numbers if they use it. Sadler attacking the rim. She'll go under, and the pass too high to her teammates. Pushing ahead, and Sherrod will pick up a foul on Bigby.
See Beth Burns on the bench there. Yeah. She coached here at CU back in the day. Game today.
Yeah, they're celebrating players from the 70s and 80s here. I got to know Beth well when I worked in San Diego, and she was at the helm at San Diego State. I always loved talking to her and catching her knowledge.
Great block.
You can tell, even if the points aren't there, her defense always is under the block. That presence alone, I'm talking about 6'4", her wingspan, her ability. 4 on the shot clock. Ball got tipped around and another turnover. Juju Watkins pushing it on Sadler. She puts on the moves between the legs and just floats one. They can't get it to go. There's a whistle, and
You'd like to see Foreman. I mean, when Foreman's going, that's really when they're at their best. So we'll see if they run something for her. Tried to run the little backdoor curl.
you, coach. You know what's coming up? Watkins, and that's about as best as you can play her, but Bigby had a hot hand, too, from 3 missing.
Yeah, that was less space than in a
Marshall's missing her shoe, and she's trailing late. Sadler lays it in. That's something to cheer about. See if SC can put a stop. They're 0 for their last 4 field goals. Bigby in the corner. Marshall looks to hand it off to her. Didn't have a lot of space with Kendall Wetta on her, but she drives and misses, and the shot clock is winding. Wetta Whitaker, and she'll look for Freeman. There's the 3-point shot, and a miss for Frida Foreman. The referee's not sure.
I think she thought they got
that call,
got the turnover on the flick.
Into Whitaker, and she had a hard time, but grabs her on rebound and puts it back.
I think it would have gone on Juju, so kind of a lucky break for the SC because she was trying to get the ball and really didn't have position. Miscommunication there by Colorado. Got lucky.
Wetta pulls it in, 10 on the shot clock. Wetta gets it stripped. Juju Watkins, it's now a race to the hoop. Jaylyn Sherrod came in late and a foul call. So no surprise, Juju Watkins has attempted over 100 free throws.
I had her in camp as a 6th grader. She was the best player in the camp as a 6th grader.
Bernadette Vonleh dribbles off to Frida Foreman, setting a screen for her. Frida goes the other way. She'll shoot at the baseline and gets the roll. They're making the splash buckets. They're getting it done with the shorter jumpers right now. Padilla with the ball, 5 on the shot clock. She drives into 2 buffs, passes it to the corner for 3. No good for McKenzie Forbes.
One of their big 3. It's important that her and Rhea get going today.
1 of 5 from the field, and a little chip shot miss for Taylor Bigby, knocking it down.
With CU, it's its 2nd game of the week. Everybody's tired, just staying disciplined.
A foul on the drive, and here comes the inbound. 6.6 seconds. Floats it into Quay, back to Sherrod. She'll drive baseline, has to get it up. Throws up a prayer, gets the whistle. That's what she does.
She's what she does.
It's 2 fouls on Juju Watkins. For Sherrod now. Missing the 2nd.
So it is going to be a gut check, and who can do that with discipline? Jenny, with discipline.
Yeah, the refs did a really nice job of letting both teams play as well. Just 6 fouls through 2 quarters of play. We'll see here as the 3rd quarter starts, the Buffs have the ball, and they go to Bernadette Vonleh. She's going to have to dribble out of trouble and hands it off to Jaylyn Sherrod. Jaylyn Sherrod back to Vonleh. And to Quay Miller with the turnover. So that sharing of the basketball early in the game for CU turns up in a turnover there. On the other end, McKenzie Forbes turns it into points, and that is huge for USC.
They're keen on her.
There you go.
There you go, Coach. Oh,
yes.
Almost called it.
Around the rim, bouncing out. Watkins all the way in. Off the glass too hard, but a foul call.
Watkins again, so hard to stop. Can't stop her with 1 player, more or less you're 7.
Today so far, this is going to be the 10th free throw coming for SC, and then Vonleh trying to find a cutting. Frida Foreman throws it right into the hands of Rhea Marshall. Marshall without a point in this game, didn't have one at Utah either, and Vonleh got a hand on it, knocks it back into the hands of Padilla. Offense running for USC, and they're trying to get Juju Watkins open or McKenzie Forbes, who's hot so far. About the last 10 or 12 minutes of basketball. Miller turns at the hook and a late whistle.
Usually you're going to get that whistle.
Good offensive day for Quay Miller. 7:11 left in the 3rd quarter. What's the roll there?
Going to ISO Juju probably.
And a travel call.
Usually, a lot of people do that and they don't call it, but this year in the Pac-12, if you travel, they're calling it. And I like the consistency.
Buffs down by 4. Maddie Nolan for 3, and she cannot get a home roll. That has to be so frustrating for a shooter.
She's really brought tremendous leadership to this Trojan team.
Weta on Watkins. By her, and then by a statue, Frida Foreman standing there trying to block her.
Yeah, you need early aggressive help side on Juju Watkins.
Quay Miller for three, and nothing but net for Quay Miller. She's up to 16.
I want to find her.
Forbes trying to hand it off to Juju, and tenacious defense from the Buffs here. She's just going to shoot over you. Give her an inch. She'll take it, missing there off the glass.
Not by much, though.
Buffs trail by 3 into Whitaker. Out to Weta and off to Nolan.
Better ball movement by Colorado here.
Quay Miller thought she was open, and she is on fire, ladies and gentlemen.
I just want to say, I think I mentioned earlier in the game how this is the type of scoring I think we thought Quay Miller might be.
Juju all the way in. Euro steps to the finish. 32 points in her debut, and she has not slowed down her freshman season. That is not something that's easy to do. Beth Burns told me she should be most proud of that.
Yeah, she's an incredible person.
Padilla, nice kiss off the glass.
Get more touches and more scoring.
Her first points in this contest, and Kendall Weta answers on the other end. To your point on Padilla, you have these grad transfers in, right? Ivy League, tough schools come in and add to the mix. Reagan Marshall.
Sometimes it just takes that one basket, and then you can kind of relax, get going. That would be huge for the Trojans.
Weta with 6 on the shot clock. Off to Sadler, catch and shoot for the 3.
She's instant offense off the bench, and she provides some really good hard-nosed defense.
You know how big that 3 was? Just her 5th made 3 this year.
She shoots it very rarely, but she actually is a good shooter. She developed that here at CU, more of a
off-ball whistle, and that's going to get the crowd into
kind of top blocking her, not allowing her to come off the cut, and she might have pushed through her a little bit.
1-point game. Bucks look to take the lead again on this possession. Vonleh turns and shoots, and yes, indeed, 47-46.
Ride her the whole way.
Yeah, with 3 fouls, you want to save her for all 10 minutes of the fourth quarter. Good defense by the Buffs, and Aaronette Vonleh
from Columbia. Another Ivy League grad transfer, hard-nosed. Definitely think she can be a good pro.
Her career at Columbia. Under a minute here, all tied up. And the third quarter left, less than. Sherrod drives, connects. Jaylyn. Forbes to Juju Watkins back in. Forbes for 3. No good, and a big-time rebound from Aaronette Vonleh, muscling it in. And it's going to stay with the Buffs. They wanted to go the other way.
Vonleh just sets a huge screen here. Wide open jumper.
Sherrod trying to go over USC. She gets stuffed, not by the 6'6" player. Apollo's still in the game. She'll bounce it right in front of us here. The broadcast table. Jenny Kavner, Charlie Turner-Thorne along with you. Excited for this finish. And Kendall Weta strips it away early. It's going to be a jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to go to the Buffs. Backing it out, and 9 on the shot clock now. Bounce pass in, trying to lead Aaronette. She can't get it, but they keep the ball. She'll have to throw it up. Sherrod, one more pass at the buzzer. No go. They call a shot clock violation there, but
great defense by USC. Just not giving anything easy to Colorado in that possession.
Woods up top to Davis. Juju Watkins has played in her 15th collegiate contest now. She has 20 points in 12 of them, and that time she passes Akunwafo.
Just totally capitalized on the late help by Vonleh.
Jaylyn Sherrod goes in hard, gets hit real hard. Akunwafo is going to pick up her second foul. So that'll send Sherrod to the line. 79% free throw shooter this season. Sitting at 9 points now, and add to that, it's double figures for Jaylyn Sherrod. 5 points shy of 1,300 career points.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that help side defense is going to be really important in this fourth quarter with the dynamic scorers just attacking the paint right now.
Absolutely. Buffs held to just 68. That was the lowest point total they had in the season. Their loss to UCLA. Aaronette Vonleh got a hand on it as Juju Watkins is ready to catch and shoot.
For Weta.
Buffs defense disrupting. Trojans go back to Juju Watkins. That's short. Might have got tipped. Sherrod with speed in transition. Will she go all the way to the hole? She stops. Off to Miller, who faked a three and gets pummeled. Juju Watkins in the air, flies right at Miller, and she'll pick up her fourth.
Hard foul, not a smart foul. Juju Watkins needs to be playing in this game, so we'll see how the freshman I'd sit her down for a minute or so.
4 fouls. That is huge. And right there, another quick foul. Just 3 quick fouls here in the fourth quarter. 2 more fouls, and it's going to be the bonus time for the Buffs at the line. There's a turnover right there. Jaylyn Sherrod puts it in the hands of Padilla. And here come the Trojans. A lot of action off ball, and ending up on the floor. They're going to give the foul to Kendall Weta, her third.
Besides, Bigby hasn't been in for a while. She really got going.
Bigby's been real quiet, and you're right, not in.
Great job by Vonleh getting her hand, tipping that out to Weta.
Sherrod all the way in. She gets tipped from behind, and they do call the foul. It's going to go on Mackenzie Forbes, her second.
Just playing defense without fouling, I really think, for both teams.
Sherrod can't get the roll.
Colorado went to their zone. Oh, and here comes Bigby.
It's up by 3,
and against the zone.
Bigby going to get over the back. 9 on the shot clock for Jaylyn Sherrod against Padilla. She'll pull the ball in, and she's looking for someone. It was a Quay Miller pass too high, and it's going to be out of bounds. They're going to call it USC's way.
Yeah, I'm going to credit USC's defense. I mean, they're just really not allowing them to get good ball movement and flow.
Watkins back in the game.
Colorado going to stay in their zone.
Gottlieb. And they're going to
They will trap out of it.
Absolutely.
Smart to look to trap Juju in it for sure.
Need a big B. Bounce pass inside and up and over Aaronette Vonleh. No roll for Forbes.
There's her leading rebounder, cleaning it up.
Double-double continues and counting. 19 points, 11 boards for Quay Miller.
See if they can get settled down and organize and actually get a good possession.
Organize, a great word. Right there, that pass again, just not as crisp as we're used to seeing. Weta off to Aaronette, floats through, no go, and a board for Rhea Marshall. Oh, right into Sherrod. I'm going to call it the other way. Juju Watkins has fouled out of this game. The freshman phenom for USC fouling out with 5:50 to go.
Yeah, let's see that again, but I think that was a good call. That was my take on it. The fifth-year senior just heads up. No turn and look. It is open court, but she did beat her to the spot. So sometimes, you know, if you're dribbling, you got to give them a little space on the screen. On a catch, you really don't. So I from all my years of coaching, I think that was the right call. Tough break for the Trojans. Some other people are going to really have to step up right now, Jenny.
Jaylyn Sherrod threw her entire hand in the air and wiggled all 5 fingers, made sure the crowd knew exactly what was going on. They got Watkins out of the game. Buffs trying to take advantage, up by 3. And underneath.
Yeah, Quay Miller going to be charged with the offensive foul down low. I think she had a deep seal and got a little excited.
2 fouls on Miller. USC scoring drought over 3 minutes.
Colorado staying in their extended 2-3 zone that they will trap out of.
To the corner, Bigby looking for space, didn't have it. Forbes back to Bigby from the corner.
Big
She
three.
got it. huge three for USC. Breaks the scoring drought. And more importantly, we're all tied again at 52. 5 minutes to go in the game. Kendall Wetta on the left wing. She drives. Sherrod wide open. Oh, she couldn't get the roll. It hung up there for quite some time. The crowd tried to make it go in. And a big pickup. Can USC keep it moving? Turns the ball over. Wetta up top to Sherrod. The crowd's going to go nuts for Jaylyn Sherrod.
A lesser player would have held the ball, maybe dribbled it. Great heads up.
Forbes muscling in as she gets stripped. A lot of white jerseys, and once again, Jaylyn Sherrod ahead of the pack. 16 points for the graduate from Alabama.
It's just really hard to dribble. I mean, in those lanes right now, I mean, they're back in their man, but they are swarming the drivers. CU is on their defense.
Jaylyn Sherrod now at 1,300 points as a buff. Make it 13:01 off the field goal. Forbes, baseline, and an offensive board, but a whistle.
They're going to call a foul on the shot by Wetta. I thought it kind of looked like a good side contest. So here they are just absolutely kind of bringing the house on Forbes. Sherrod gets the deflection. Wetta with another great early kick up, and Sherrod gets the finish.
6 assists for Kendall Wetta today. And at the line, Mackenzie Forbes knocking one down. She has 13.
And, you know, you really have 5 options on the floor right now for Colorado. So, yeah, they're just kind of running their chin action, not necessarily running it specifically to somebody.
Knocked away into the hands of Frida Foreman. Inside to Quay Miller. She'll put the ball on the ground and a little hook, no roll. And the board to USC.
Good look.
Mackenzie Forbes is slow to get up, but she hustles over. In full strength. Padilla had an open look. Off to Forbes.
Oh, nice fake by Kayla.
Wow.
Davis.
Pretty move by Kayla Davis and one. This lead is in the third quarter at 46-45, and it'll have to wait. Stays tied on the miss, 56 all. Under a minute 30 to go, and Jaylyn Sherrod is going to dribble over towards her coach, calling a timeout. They'll have the Washington schools, and for Colorado, they will hit the road to the Oregon schools next weekend.
Running a little picket fence, and then cross screen for Vonleh.
Vonleh was double teamed, and out to Miller. Sherrod will have 8 on the shot clock. She'll take Padilla all the way in. No roll, and a fight for the board. It goes, wow, to Rhea Marshall. They're going to call a jump ball. So it'll be 20 seconds on the shot clock here, and now 1 minute to go in the game. Sherrod all the way in. She finds an open air at Vonleh, who lays it in off the glass.
And there's Sherrod. Finding something out of nothing. Swarmed in the paint. Finds her buddy for a wide open 2. They're in their zone.
2-point lead for the Buffs. Their fans on the feet from the corner. Bigby. It's short of Kendall Wetta with a huge board.
Because Vonleh was not there to rebound. She tried to get out on Bigby a little late. Bigby actually had a pretty darn good look.
And USC's going to foul. So it'll be Mackenzie Forbes fouling Frida Foreman.
Sherrod, this team's creator, gets in deep, gets to 2 feet. This is where she's grown her game, just keeps her poised. Steve Nash-like. Her first assist of the game. It was a big one.
Hard to believe for the player that averages 6.1 a game. But that's the beauty of it. You look down the stat sheet and go, Kendall Wetta has 6. She took care of the assist game today, and a lot of those went over to Jaylyn Sherrod.
Yeah, Frida Foreman can make this a 2-possession game if she can make this shot.
And she does. Hits the Buffs to 60. They are up by 4. Forbes will throw it in
and
for the Trojans.
They're going to stay in their zone. 2-possession game. They're thinking that the 3 isn't hurting them. They want to take time off the clock.
Padilla with a long 3 ball. And what about Kayla Padilla?
Got to get the ball in, not turtle it, keep it tight, and great job using the whole court to inbound it.
And now Quay, Sherrod, Quay got in. Sherrod, she tried to run away, but does get fouled.
Such a great roster that Lindsay Gottlieb put together. She's got the best player, incoming player in the nation, Rhea Marshall, and then 3 fifth-year Ivy League grads. So got the second one, 2-point game, put the switching out and everything, but she's in the game. JR really trusts her.
Kendall Wetta on Forbes. Forbes is going to drive, pull back out, 6 on the shot clock. She muscles all the way in and can't tie the game. Erinette Vonleh has the ball and a whistle with 1.2 to go.
Wow. Just rimmed out. Great rebound by Vonleh. And there you go. She's in the game to rebound.
There it is. You can pull a little separation with 1.2 on the clock. 3-point lead. Erinette Vonleh's had a quieter weekend in terms of points per game. 10 points against UCLA, 8 points here. But expect big things for her and big things for both these squads. The Bucks